Hey, Stubby here. We are back on another episode of Frozenopolis. And this time, we have some changes to make. First and foremost, I need to change out these barrels. I need to go storage drawers. I was testing it out. I was having issues with the compacting drawers, and I haven't played with the void stuff on here, so I'm not quite sure how it works. So I'm going to end up switching these. I'm going to do this wall is going to be all compacting drawers, which I think if I did the math, I need 59 of them. Plus one spot will be for the drawer controller, and then another 100 regular drawers, as well as 159 void upgrades, and that should be good for automating that section. And then we're going to go to the nether. So I've completely tore down my nether build area. I've expanded it, and I've came up with a design. So what I want to do, which I'm going to just give a real brief overview, then we're going to cut into actually building this design that took me a little while to figure out. I wanted to come up with a semi-vanilla way to transport items. So at the moment, we don't have anything that does item transport. So we can't do, they don't have the other ender chest, the one that does the different colors to different channels. We just have the vanilla, which you can't hopper into, and I didn't really see a good way to move items in and out of the nether. So I came up with a way that I want to do it with, come on, get me cold, with minecarts. I came up with a design that works for minecart station. It does have an odd delay on it the way I got it to work, but we're going to set up a minecart station here. We're going to set up our Britannia setup here and our power setup over here. And not really sure what to do right here, but we'll have a hangout spot. So that's the plan for today's episode. So first things first, let's go back and let's start getting all the drawers torn apart, and we can start getting our storage drawers made. I'll just give a quick overview of that, and then we'll handle that between episodes, and then we're going to get into the nether, get our whole setup going, because it's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be unique. There you go. Have to keep changing my temperatures. All right, so first things first with the drawers, we need wood. Lots and lots of wood. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use these. Zoom. And the compacting drawer, I think, just needed one chest, or one drawer as well, right? One. Oh, yeah. Do that. That'll be our first 64. And we needed... right here. Just keeping them going. $160 total. So there's 104. Oh, I need more. Dang. $96. 160. Okay, perfect. And then we'll need to do all of our planks, just like this. This will get us our regular drawers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then we'll need another half a stack. That is the drawers that we're going to need. Now, we will need to make a drawer controller, and we'll need to make the compacting drawers. Now, we could either make the drawer controller, which is really easy to make. Right here. Just going to need a couple comparators, diamond, and some stone. And the other way you can do it is we now have the Opolis shop. And in here we can get some various things, which I do want to get at least one of those. Maybe 2. Why not? And so you can get a drawer controller for 16. You can get the slave, the dread lamp, the sprayer for all the different spray cans. We got all those. The feral flare, which puts up lights all around in a pretty large radius, and some loot boxes, essentially. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab the drawer controller since I have all the bucks I need, and you can actually craft them as well if you want. The recipe is 4 gold and a diamond, and it gets you 5. So looking around, we know that we're going to change out This wall will be regular ones, and we're also going to need some trim, which should be as easy. Okay. Grab that, that. Not that. And we'll need... There we go. 2 of those. And we'll put the trims up in the corner. And what the trim will do is basically, once I have the drawer controller down, it'll handle anything in... it's a 12 block radius, so it'll handle 12 in every direction, left, right, front, back, up, down. So I'm going to put it roughly, I think it was here that I'll need to go, which will cover all this direction. But the drawers all have to be touching. And since there's actually a gap back here between these, they're not considered touching. So the trim is what I'll put in there, which will connect this as one giant storage multi-block. And then on here, we will remove everything but the drawer controller. We don't even need to have our fill drawer. And then we'll have probably diamond chests for now until I have enough netherite. And we'll just have a couple excess storage chests to kind of overflow everything else in. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this tore down. And we'll be back. Oh, I'm going to have to do one more thing I want to show you is the void upgrade. Void upgrade is going to be made with 8 obsidian and a template, which is going to be another drawer and sticks. Will give me 4 of them. And in order to do that, I'm going to set this up right here to be running more lava into obsidian. Just let that passively run while we're doing everything else. Just like that. So I'll be back. All right, so I think I have got enough done. I got this changed out. I still don't have enough obsidian, and I ran out of power. Got to let stuff build back up. So I don't have my void in here yet. But I kind of got this all going. And it's slowly working, and I set this. I removed everything else but the drawer controller, so this is all I see. I don't have to worry about all these other blocks in that list. Now we're going to start working on our transport system. So this one's going to be a little bit funky, I think. I tried to get as much stuff ready as I could. And so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repeaters. So we'll need 10 torches. And actually, what do we need for comparators? So we'll need 21. So I need 21 total redstone torches. All right, so let's do our 3 comparators that we'll need. Repeaters. We'll need 5, like I said. Run out of room. Let's get rid of some of this excess stuff that I picked up and digging a hole. Boom. Boom. I know I have spots for you in the other drawers, but you're just, yeah. And get rid of that. I might need the dirt. Yeah, whatever. So I'll need, so we have 5 repeaters, 3 comparators, 2 redstone torches. I didn't count the redstone, but maybe half a stack. You'll need a total of 5 hoppers for what we're doing. Actually 6 technically. And we're gonna need some carts or some rails and then the cart. So let's grab some iron. See, the cart is going to need a hopper and a cart, so 5 more iron. And the cart will need another 5. The first thing we'll make is another chest. Like that. Another hopper. So I have enough hoppers now. We'll make a minecart. Throw a hopper in it. We're going to make our rails. So we're going to need 4 detector rails. That was random. Okay. Or I mean 4 powered rails, not detector rails. We're going to need 2 detector rails. So for that, I'll need to make a stone pressure plate. And we really just need like 2 of the regular rails, depending on your length, and you're going to have to understand the powered rail distance and so on with it. And we'll need this, 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 that, and that. So essentially what you see on this bottom bar right here, that is what we need to set this up, along with 8 stacks of any item you want. All right, so back at your nether portal, you're going to want to know where you want your rail to come in and out, and make sure that it matches on both sides. The reason being, if you have a 4 wide portal here and a 2 wide portal on the other side, you would need to be on the second block. You have to match your smallest portal. I went ahead and made my other portal 4 wide, so it works. Now what you want to do is on the block you want your rail to come in and out of, you'll throw down a block of redstone. You'll throw down a powered rail. Now you could throw down your detector rail right here, but because of my wall, the way I built mine, I actually need to come out one more with my detector rail, and then I'll do a rail on each side of it, and another powered rail. Coming off of our detector rail, we're going to want to put a repeater. We're going to want to put a block right here. And then we have this block here, and that block there. Coming off of this block, we're going to want to have a redstone torch on this side of it, the right side of it when you're looking at it. We're going to put a redstone, and you could mirror this. This is how I'm doing it. We're going to have a redstone wire going to a repeater. We're going to have a comparator and subtract. And we're going to have redstone here and a redstone here. The next thing we're going to put down is 2 hoppers. You want to make sure this hopper right here is feeding into this one. Then you'll break this first hopper and make it feed into there. So they will be feeding into each other. Coming off of these hoppers, right here, you're going to want to have another comparator. Let's see, right here is going to be a redstone torch. And then we're just going to run a trail of redstone to a final repeater like this. Now what this will do is, I'm going to go ahead and put, let's put 10 in, why not? And I'm going to go ahead and break this one right here, just so we don't have any issues with it. But when your cart comes in, it's going to come here, and it's going to fly by. This will start... Did I not put my 10 in? Alright, so my 10 in here, it's locked because right here, we hit the detector rail, it will start this unloading, and it'll put it into there. When this one is done, it will shoot it back at us, or in our case, it will shoot it back to the portal. Just like that. And this is the whole setup. We're going to have a hopper under here feeding to our storage pipe, which will feed to our main storage area. And this is the entire setup. So kind of give a little look over here, a little look over here. It's kind of nice little overview of how this is all going to work. And we're going to put 4 stacks in here. Now, you can mess with the timing. There is a delay, and I want to say it was only like 45 seconds. Where if you're faster than that, the portal won't let an entity through it, meaning the minecart. It doesn't care about players, but the minecart. So if you send the minecart across and it turns around and comes right back, it won't travel right. It'll just stop. Sometimes it may work, but I keep having issues with it, and I think it's because of that entity delay. So to be it safe, to make sure I'm loading, to make sure I'm unloading, and I'm not really worried about the speed of this, because my nether portal, or my nether ignem orchid, it's not super fast. I'm not going to be bringing 4 stacks of it every 4 minutes. So we're going to come through the portal. You want to make sure you enter on the same side as your rail, so you come out in the direction you want to be coming out. And we're going to repeat the process with a slight different design. Again, I'm going to throw my block of redstone down. And here I do have the room for it. And I'm going to have my stuff running in this direction right here. So I'm going to put my repeater rail. Okay, I'm hot. I get it. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to have our detector rail, a regular rail, and another powered rail. So powered, detector, regular, powered. And our working block. I need one more working block right there. So again, coming off of our detector rail, we're going to put a repeater. We're going to have a working block here. We're going to do another hopper clock, and I am going to have a wonderful time trying to get this to work the way I want it to. So let us do a block here to do it. A block here. You know, to be easy, if you did it right here, run it off this side, life's nice and easy, but due to my design, it's not going to work. I'm going to put one here. Oops, wrong way. And I wanted one here. Just like that. So these two will face into each other. I'm really compact next to my portal, but that is okay. Oh, and I actually messed it up. I wanted one more back, so this is going to get really fun. Right here. All right, so coming off of this block right here, I wanted to have... Sorry, I got ahead of myself, got excited. We're going to put our block of redstone. We're going to put our redstone torch. Just the same as we did the other path. We're going to have a repeater. We're going to have a comparator. Again, in subtract. And now we put our hopper clock. So boom, boom. Boom, boom. Just like this, we're going to go ahead and put our working block here. We're going to replace this little damage that I did. And a block of redstone and a block of redstone. And then we're also going to come over here and do block of redstone, and I need one more repeater because I definitely messed up those numbers. I do apologize, so I will get that updated. And I'll have a proper list of items when I'm going over what we need, but we're going to have a... I mean, you could technically do it like that. It would work. So I guess we don't need a repeater. That works. I just like it off the block. So I'm going to get a repeater going into there. And this is the entire setup for this side. Above here, we're going to have a hopper. Above this, we'll have a chest with all of the stuff that we need inside of it. So let's run back real quick. We'll grab one more repeater. And we can test this bad boy out. All right, so for testing purposes, so we can see it, I dropped this down to one stack. So it'll be 64 seconds, I believe. Come back through here. And we'll put our repeater bad boy. So this should be right here, right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put one stack for now. I'm going to put our minecart right here. And we're going to send it on its way up there. It would fill with its goods. When this gets done with its count, $15, $10, it should shoot itself right back through the portal. And now in about the same amount of time that we saw that stack go, that about 65 seconds, we should see it shoot back. The only difference is we're going to go 1, 2, 3 more stacks over here. And I'll have another 3 stacks back for the other side. And again, I'm going to put a mega torch over here somewhere. We're going to call it right there. Just because I kind of want to make sure I don't have any spawn issues. So I'm hoping these numbers worked. We should see it here in a second. I'm now concerned. Go check it out. Oh, I watch it. Right as I went through the portal, you saw it going through. Ah! All right. You see that? So let's go ahead and let's do 1, 2, 3. We'll try this one more time. Right as I went through, we saw coming back. I got too excited, guys. But it works. This design absolutely works. The only requirement that you really have to have, and that's why it's not a sole vanilla design, is both sides of the portal need to be chunk loaded. So you need either FTB chunks or another chunk loading method, but both sides have to be chunk loaded. Outside of that, this is entirely vanilla, which is why I was so, like, I saw some other designs that used various different systems, but I really wanted to do vanilla. I wanted to see how to do it vanilla, and this was as close as I could get. So, how are we doing over here? It's locked. 1, 2, 3, and you saw it come back. Beautiful. We'll come over here. Get these added up. That's going this way. 3. Oh, it's so nice. We have a system. So what we can do from here now is we can have our orchid on the other side, pop in all those blocks, breaking them using the same method that we're doing over here, and sending those frozen ores back. And we'll just handle all the processing over here. So I don't have to worry about any extra power. I can just let the orchid run on its own. And what power we're using over there can just be for the orchid. Everything else can be processed over here where we have the room to scale up. We have the ease of scaling up. And essentially, we really won't have to go through this portal ever again. Every few minutes, the minecart's going to go grab a load and come back. And it's not going to pull a whole load. But it does have, if you look at the orchid, this one right here, it can make 1, 2, 3, 4 items, right? So that was the key I needed to make sure of. We have 4 possible items coming through. And if you look at the hopper, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could get a whole extra stack of something. Not going to happen, but we have the room for that to work. Get out of the way. We'll be able to seal this back off later. That is how we are going to do our item transport. So in between episodes, I'm going to go over to our nether portal. Go to our nether side. There it is. It came back again. That's so cool to see. I'm going to come over here. And what we're going to have for a design, we're going to have the orchid right here, breaking the blocks, sending them up on top of this hopper right here. And this will be speed loading everything we can into the hopper, sending it back. And again, I'm not super concerned about the stacks. I don't think the amount of power I'll be producing, the speed of my orchid, is going to be a game changer for this. But it'll be constant. So if I leave this running, or if you happen to be on a server and you're able to load a couple chunks and not upset the server host, this is just going to run. I can leave this running on my server or leave this running overnight, however you want to do it. You just come back and have a nice collection, or just be in your base doing stuff. We're off exploring or doing whatever. And oh, look, you got another stack of diamond. So it's going to be great. So in between episodes, I am going to get this set up. I'm going to get the temporary power distribution area set up, and we'll do a quick tour of it and hopefully never come back. But this is it. Got most of the stuff I need right here. And I will see you guys on the other side. Until then, Stubby out.